about this interaction y'all had at the second. He was kind of detailing what that was. He said that you want the confrontation of it, like you kind of are seeking that out, which is not unlike what you've been saying since media day. What stood out to you about that conversation? What was going on at that point in the game?
Say the question again.
Billy was just talking about. I think it was the end of the second when he called timeout because you jumped at the Hunter pump fake. You said that you want the confrontation of the whole coaching piece. Just what do you remember about that part of the game, the conversation, all that?
Yeah, I think we gave up an offensive rebound. That's what happens. Dagger threes happen as soon as the offensive rebound. So I jumped just to try to make him dribble or make a tougher shot on me. And I jumped again. Unfortunately, he made the shot, but I got to be better, of course, stay down. But he coached me well in that scenario for sure. I agree. Definitely.
And then, I don't know if it's true, but it looked like Wes kind of followed up on that. What was his conversation with you?
I don't recall Wes saying anything. I think he was saying we have to rebound better, but I don't recall.
And sort of, I guess, off track. Wes question. There was I don't know if you keep up with this, but the GM survey came out this morning, and he was on there for. They have a best assistant coaches, and he got votes on there.
Yeah.
What is his coach style like? What's your relationship with him like?
He's very vocal, very direct. I like that. He's not like trying to go around anything. He's going to tell you what he sees, and you can have a good conversation with him if you have a disagreement. He's gonna be open-minded, but he's amazing. You can hear him talking on the bench the whole time. You can see how much he loves the game. So having a coach like that is definitely a plus.
You've talked a lot about kind of the type of coaching you're doing, the same kind of coaching you're doing this year. How do you approach those interactions? Like, are you someone that is kind of like, are you going back and forth and having like a dialogue, or are you silently listening? What does kind of your role look like?
If I disagree with something, I'm going to be vocal. I think people take arguing as something that's a bad thing, but that's how you figure stuff out and come to an agreement. But I'm more of a guy who I'm going to play as hard as I can, and if I make a mistake, they're going to tell me, and I'm going to be listening and open-minded to gain a benefit from the lesson that I have to learn.
We know what your defensive goals are for this season. What did you kind of think about how your defense was for the first two games? Maybe what are a couple things you did?
Not good, actually. I think I can be way better. I think it's just about where I have to be, get back into a rhythm defensively. I'll be fine. I'm going to study some film, see what I have to do, and figure it out.
Really talked to me about just about how a lot of players don't really it's hard to work on defense in the offseason. It's easy to work on shooting. There's a lot of those kind of just on your own. How do you get back into that rhythm, whether it's just kind of only a couple of things to go back to it?
Put the effort in. I mean, you have to come in with a mentality of like, I'm going to get better at this, and I'm going to work as hard as I can at this, which is defense, and try to figure it out. I mean, if you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. But I believe I always say I can do anything, so I can figure it out. I know I can.
Matas, going back to the disagreement piece of it, you said if you do disagree with something that you said, do you find yourself disagreeing with things often? I know I imagine a lot of guys in the building are like,
most of the time those guys are always my fault. Those guys are always right. So they know, they watch all the film, they watch every play. So I mean, it's just a thing you got to figure out. If something's off, something's off. It goes both ways. The interaction goes both ways. If you think something's right, if the coach thinks something's right, you go and figure it out. Nothing crazy.
The curiosity is kind of driven how many questions you asked this summer and on. Like, have you always had that curiosity? Like, when did that sort of start?
Yeah. I was more of a silent kid, like when I was in high school, so I had to learn how to ask questions, how to be vocal, and I think it's just gotten better over time. But it's if you want to grow, and as a player, as a person, you ask questions from the best. So that's what I do.
Sure. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.